So in this one, it involves a central tank battery and compression station equipment. A compression station equipped with 5 continuous monitoring devices around the perimeter of the site. At this site, the operator began seeing elevated emissions being picked up by our fence line sensors and localizing to their tank and separator area in the southwest corner here. The one-day rate spiked, triggering an alarm notification indicating an operational upset. Why this was of particular concern is their 7-day emission rate was trending towards the periodic screening threshold of 15 kilograms an hour, going into their monthly screening period. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar, periodic screening is an alternative compliance pathway under EPA's new source performance standards for managing fugitive emissions in place of traditional quarterly or semi-annual OGI or Method 21 inspections. So upon receiving that alert, operations reviewed emissions data alongside their SCADA tank pressures and confirmed abnormal emissions behavior with excess gas routing to the tanks. But the pressures were not exceeding thresholds that would normally indicate an obvious failure of one of their control devices, like their thief hatches, Enardos, and flare, which led them to believe there must be a primary failure on one of those systems, along with the excess gas that was contributing to the elevated emission levels. After further investigation, it was identified that there was a malfunctioning back pressure regulator on the flash gas separator of their dehy skid. That pressure imbalance pushed gas to the tanks and contributed to emissions from a leaking thief hatch and corroded Enardo sealing surfaces. Once this root cause was known, the operator replaced the regulator and repaired the leaking thief hatch and Enardo components. The operator also pushed back their screening period because there is flexibility to move that within the month to the last week of the month while they were completing these repairs. Once they finished those repairs, emissions data, and you can see here, this is right where they were notified, things trended above their baseline. We're just looking at their rolling 7-day emission rate. Emissions then dropped below that baseline again. And they passed their monthly screening, which was awesome. So continuous monitoring provided visibility and data that helped the operators dig into this issue. Without that real-time visibility, this issue easily could have gone undetected for weeks or months until that next scheduled OGI inspection. Jumping ahead a little bit, because I want to highlight this operational savings for this particular case study. So continuous monitoring data helped identify these issues quickly. It also generated additional indirect cost savings for this operator. By them catching the broken regulator on their dehy skid quickly, they were able to avoid dry pumping issues earlier. If this was left unfound for 4 to 5 days, the full glycol storage system would have been pumped away at about a $6,000 value. Damage to the glycol pumps themselves could have also cost another $3,000 to swap them out. So there's many benefits of continuous monitoring that are essentially intangible until operational teams actually experience them.